We're born in the moonlight. Ain't no fair to say. Can't breathe in the sunlight.
Hello, Aromas. This is Aromie here, and welcome back to Seven Scarlet. Oh my God, wrong game. Changeling. I just literally woke up a couple minutes ago, and I am here. I am here. So my voice might sound a little funky. I am here. You make it seem like all the little parts of my soul have a will of their own. Not all of them. It's not as if every memory or dream becomes an awry. It sounds complicated, but what you're saying is that the only reason other people flock to you is because they're drawn to your magic. A huge crowd that follows you around. None of that's real friendship? That's kind of sad. Why did I word it that way? Corvin didn't answer that. He just smiled slightly as he pulled a cup from one of the bags and pushed it toward me. Ali said you like coffee. I got this one for you. I think you'll like it. It's a new latte my brother came up with. An obvious change of subject. I took the cup and wrapped my hands around it, letting the warmth seep into my hands as the smell of coffee wafted gently up. Everyone was silent for a few minutes. I was sort of glad I'd come if it meant I might learn a little more about the others and what they did. I never expected Corvin to be something like a guide for souls or whatever. What sort of job was that? Who gave it to him, I wondered. I think a friendship can be genuine even when you're initially drawn to someone for other reasons. I looked up at him, surprised when he said that very quietly. Then why are you here trying to get away from them? Well, because... Hi, Ewan! Hi! Because keeping things from other people is tiring. He'd finally decided to join us, apparently. You're gonna join us in the next route, too, so I hope you guys are excited, because I'm very excited to see what Ewan is like. But he didn't look up at me as he nabbed a sandwich for himself. Always being cautious so you're not found out doesn't do much for deep interpersonal relationships. Now that I can understand. Dealing with all this around my family had been tough, especially with Spencer being suspicious and cranky right from the start. It was probably like that for everyone to varying degrees, depending on how much the families knew about them, of course. But for Corvin to constantly be surrounded by people who didn't even know why they liked him, that was sad. I took a sip of my coffee, letting out a happy sound at the nutty flavor. It had just a hint of sweetness and spice. Very appropriate for fall, though it wasn't fall where we happened to be having lunch. It's actually fall while I'm recording this too, so perfect. By the time we record Ewan, it might be winter. Like it? It's really great. He said your brother came up with it. Yeah, he likes to experiment. This one's brand new, so we're still testing it with customers to see how it goes over. It's good. I'm glad. I haven't really even had a chance to try it yet. Tell him we should try it later, tease him about being a bad brother, ask him if he wants to try yours. You want to try mine? I don't have cooties, so I want to give it a try. I pushed the cup toward him and he took it, turning it so he could take a careful sip from the hole in the lid. It really is good. My throat is hurting already. I'll have to let Merle know it has the Michiko stamp of approval. It gave me a teasing smirk. I'm sure those are hard to come by. I guess for coffee, yeah, because I'm not a coffee drinker. He handed the cup back over and I took another sip. Not too hard to come by, really. Ellie cleared her throat quietly and looked over at me. She had a funny look on her face. What? Sharing a cup? Really? When did you guys get so close? No! Oh, my throat. I mean, she just offered it, so I paused in the middle of taking a drink. You know what they say about that, right? I swallowed the coffee and gave her a confused look. They say things about that? Ella just laughed and shook her head. I looked over at Corvin and noticed a suspicious pink hue creeping across his cheeks. He covered his mouth with one hand and looked away. Why is he so embarrassed? Am I missing something here? My girl's also dunce, apparently. Indirect kiss. Ugh. Ewan's over it. I just stared at them all. Corvin's face was red and Allie was smirking at me. Even Ewan seemed slightly amused. Really? You're not over it? Cute, okay. I shared things with Spencer so often as a kid that I didn't even think about that kind of thing. But I mean, he's your sibling, so family doesn't count. Indirect kiss? Was that even a thing? How could you indirectly kiss someone? It was a kiss or it wasn't. Oh, that's my girl's mindset. Glad to see you're as dense as ever. I'm not dense. She just doesn't care about the little things. Good grief, why were things suddenly so awkward over something as simple as sharing a drink from the same cup? I looked over at Corvin, his face was still red. Seeing him embarrassed was making me feel embarrassed. I sipped in my cup and looked away. Indirect kissed my foot. It was just sharing a cup. It wasn't anything like a kiss. Like I'd ever kiss him. Oh, bitch! Take that back. We're gonna kiss him. What the fuck? I mean, it's not like he wasn't good looking, but he was kind of... ugh. Damn it. No, Allie had me thinking of weird things. I could hear her next to me trying to hold in the giggles and had to restrain the urge to kick her. Glaring at her, I set my cup down, determined to change the subject. Ahem. So, I've been wondering. Yes? Been wondering, when is my voice gonna get better? Stop looking so smug. I tried to think of something to say to change the subject. Oh, what are you guys going to do during Samhain? Why the interest so suddenly? It's not sudden, really. I've been wanting to ask more about it. Then yesterday, Danny and Elliot refused to go to a Halloween party because of it, so it got me curious. They usually patrol around our neighborhood to keep an eye on things, just in case. Patrolling in case of what? Well, remember I told you that there's an influx of paranormal activity? Yeah? The magic overflow just makes it easier for a lot of supernatural creatures to interact with the human world. There are also a lot of new ones that float into town on the currents and get stuck here for a few days. Most of them are harmless though. Or enough, sorry. But there are always a few troublemakers. Oh, you're like telling me a whole lot in this route. So the agency has a bunch of high school students on the lookout for paranormal troublemakers. We don't do anything dangerous. Most of what we do is the work leading up to Samhain, like checking on gates and stuff, or just cataloging what all has washed into town. They're hardly going to have... It's trying to yawn. They're hardly going to have us policing dangerous cryptics, but we can at least keep an eye on things and alert the agency if there's anything really worrying lurking around. But the official agents are the ones on the lookout for more serious things, like cryptics preying on each other or whatever. Preying on each other? Like eating? Eaten. Corvin, who had been silent until then, must have noticed my alarm. It's not uncommon, sadly, not with certain types of cryptics. There are a lot of them that feed on various types of energy. Because we cryptics get a power boost at this time of year, it makes them more appetizing. I shot Allie an accusatory look. You didn't tell me that paranormal society was rife with cannibalism. Sorry. Yeah, I didn't learn that till now. What the fuck? I'm almost done with this game. You tell me this now? By the way, I hope... Well, technically, it's because my fault, because I didn't play Corvin until near the end. By the way, I hope someone's told you to stay inside over that weekend. With your inability to really mask your magic, your aura will be lit up like a candle to anyone paying attention. I was going to help set up some wards to keep everything out of our house, too, either this weekend or next. You were? That's news to me. Well, I was going to run it by you today sometime, so now you know. Look, I just want to play it safe, that's all. Just put up some spells to keep out intruders. It's nothing to worry about. I'm more worried that you think something is going to try to get inside in the first place. The issue is that you're Fae, and you don't know how to protect yourself. We may not have as much vitality as other races, but our life energy is extremely pure. That can attract some attention. We're also a bit more in tune with overflow than other species, which means we do get a boost in magic aura. Wow, I'm learning so much. 100% pure life energy? What's everyone else's life energy made of? Other creatures are just more easily tainted by impurities, miasma, or anything else. I smirked at him. So you and I are sparkling clean mountain spring water, and you guys are just pond scum? What the fuck? I grin at her. Anyway, so it's okay if I stop by. Yeah, Mom will probably be pretty ticked off if something broken and ate her daughter, so then I'll let you know when I can make it over. Sounds good to me. She finished off her lunch and put her trash in one of the white bags. I need to head to the principal's office before lunch is over, so I'm leaving early. Ewan also stood. I'll be going too. He gathered up all the extra trash and shoved it in one of the bags which he took with him. I watched the two of them leave, suddenly realizing I was alone with Corvin. Well, with the others gone, I wondered if I should head out too. I checked the clock on my phone as I stood. Maybe I'll also... You're leaving? Well, there's not that much left, just 10 minutes or so. I guess you're right. Allie and Ewan had taken most of the lunch trash with them, but I took my cup and headed to the door to the club. Corvin got up a few minutes later and followed. I was kind of hoping we'd get more time to talk today, but that didn't happen. We've been talking this entire time. He meant by ourselves, dum-dum. I meant just the two of us. Ah, Well, it wasn't like there was still a little time left. I grabbed his coat sleeve and pulled him around the sofa, making him sit with me. Michiko, what? We're alone now. What did you want to talk about? I'm kind of bold, though. Well, it's not like I had something specific. He fidgeted with his scarf. Hey, Michiko. Yeah? Do you dislike me? Oh, again with this? I don't dislike you, but I get the feeling you don't like being around me. I'm not sure why you'd think that. If I didn't like to be around you, I wouldn't be here now, would I? Well, I did sort of force you. I just rolled my eyes at that. You did not force me. If I hadn't wanted to come, I wouldn't have. It's that simple. But if you want to know the truth, sometimes I don't know what to think about you. You're confusing. I don't mean to be. What made you think I dislike you? Well, you treat me differently than other people do, you know? I wonder if maybe because you know my ability and saw me working the other morning, it made you uncomfortable. Why would something like that make me uncomfortable? The way Allie told it, he just guided bits of lost souls back to their owners. That didn't seem problematic. He was just helping people out, right? Well, I think a lot of people wouldn't be so friendly with me if they knew what I could see. You mean because you can see their secrets? I mean, I can see them too, though the one I saw just looked like a cat. That's how it looked to you. I don't see them in quite the same way. You mean you can see what they really are, don't you? Are secrets that scary to look at? What kind of secret are they fucking hiding? Them killing someone? Because that's not a crazy secret. He nodded, still toying with the fringe of his scarf, or on his scarf, twisting the strands around his fingers. Araya are always hidden things people don't want others to see, and yet I see all of them. I really don't know what to choose for this. Ask if that's why he wears glasses, or ask about the true forms of the rhyme? Does he want to talk about that though? Why do you wear glasses? A sudden revelation hit me. So that's why you wear the glasses. You said before you wear them to block out seeing things people wouldn't want you to see. I hadn't understood what he meant at the time, but now I realized. No one wanted another person to see all our secrets, and Corvin was already doing his best to not spy on the people around him. Still, there were incidents like the one with Dana, or the other secret roaming around, and Corvin had to look at those things whether he wanted to or not, because it was his job. I just figured that it would bother people if they knew how much I could see about them. I figured it bothered you. No one else in the club seems to mind. Well, that's different. Was it really? Honestly, it had never crossed my mind to be wary around Corvin. Not for something like that. I mean, to be fair, I hadn't realized what all his ability entailed. I still didn't really get it. And I suppose that if I had time to really think about him seeing all my secrets, I might be a little embarrassed, but it wasn't his fault. He wasn't spying on purpose, and he went out of his way to try to avoid seeing as much as possible. I hadn't realized that it bothered him so much. I don't see how it's different. It's not like the people in the club don't have secrets, dreams, and memories we don't want to share. But a lot of them also have abilities they didn't ask for, abilities that change how they live. They have to live. They understand more, but normal people won't understand. Do you think they would? I think some people will be like, fuck, you can see my secret. And then other people will be like, wow, can you show me how I can do it? Or they don't say anything. They don't know how to feel. Why would you care if some people dislike it? I don't know, but here's the thing. Some people might be wary. Fuck, I don't know any of these choices. These might be really important. I don't know, but here's the thing. Why would you care if some people dislike it? Because, I mean, if someone saw his secrets, he would be upset too, I'm pretty sure. Fuck, this is like the choice where like I had to pick whether it's gonna lead me in the correct direction or not. I don't know, but here's the thing. Look, I'm no expert on relationships or whatever, but here's the thing. Every relationship has things to overcome. When you care about someone, you overlook whatever frustrating traits they have. So you're saying that someone needs to just be able to overlook my frustrating abilities. That may be a tall order. No more than overlooking anything else. Someone is hopefully going to be able to overlook my personality. Nothing's wrong with your personality. It's pretty rotten, isn't it? No, I like your, rotten personality. It's not rotten. The point is, some people won't be able to deal with it, and I feel like if they can't, then they aren't worth my agonizing over it anyway. Some people won't be able to look past your being able to see their secrets, and some people won't be bothered by it at all. You just have to stick with the people who accept all of that as a part of what makes you, you. You really think there's someone out there who can do that? Of course, like I said, no one in the club cares about your weirdo powers. You said it yourself, we're all weird too. I didn't say it exactly like that. So why would we care about something like that? You already know everyone's biggest secret anyway. That means if I want to find a girlfriend, then I just have to fall in love with someone in the club. Well, I mean, how did you get to that solution? But okay. Why did that question make me feel weird? I blame Allie and her stupid teasing earlier. I cleared my throat awkwardly. What I mean is that if we don't care, then there are obviously other people out there who won't care. I see. I still think it would be easier to just target one of you. I hear Mark is single. No, stop! Nah, he's not my type. Besides, and this is one of my secrets, I've always liked redheads. Guess what? I'm not really a redhead. I have a whitehead. Currently. Because my changing inside of me. But that's cute. That's cute. I spent the next few seconds choking on my coffee. I really wanted to strangle him. We sat in silence for a moment, but something occurred to me. Corvin, if you can see memories, then doesn't that mean you can see the memories I lost? The ones from when I went missing as a kid? He looked troubled at the suggestion. It's not as easy as just looking into your head or something like that. I'm not a telepath. I can't see a riot that are dormant, whether they are attached or not, unless I look really, really deeply, and that's not easy for me or the target. Forgetting something isn't the same as losing it. Even if these are memories you've lost, then I'd have to try to track them down. They don't lie around waiting to be seen. They're not exactly sentient, but they do have a will of their own, in a way, and can wander from the host. For the ones that are lost, I won't see them unless it's by hapstance. But you can do it, it's just difficult. Wandering that deep into someone's subconsciousness isn't something I can do lightly. Why not? It's painstaking and painful sometimes, and things can go wrong. He looked away, a deep frown creasing his brow. Please don't ask me to do something like that. Okay? I feel like it reminds me of William when he tried to enter my mind. It felt like a chance to find out what really happened back then just slipped away. Why are you so determined to find out what happened anyway? Is it that important? Well, it's uncomfortable not knowing what happened, but you were there that first day in the club. Like Allie said, my past disappearances and everything that happened with Spencer. There's a good chance it's related to my being Faye. I guess I keep thinking that she might be right. If I can piece together what happened back then, maybe I can fix things. We both went through so much. I mean, Spencer was blinded in one eye, and I have no idea what happened. I just know he blames me. Damn it. At the time, he said I was a monster or something. Maybe I really did hurt him, and I don't even remember. Maybe all the hate and anger. Maybe there's a legitimate reason for it. I just want to know. I want to fix it. I want things to be the way they used to be. And this is where I'm gonna stop because I'm way over time. As per usual, whenever I'm always playing this game. But thank you guys for watching this today's video. I'm gonna try to sip on this drink a little bit more and hope my voice gets a little better. Or maybe I'm just starting to get sick and I'm just not realizing this. Thank you guys for watching. Stay beautiful, and I'll see you guys in the next one.